No, Melania Trump can't stand her husband. Melania Trump probably can't stand her husband or being First Lady. Below we round up all the reasons why we think Melania doesn't like the president. Keep reading to see examples overflowing with the telltale signs of dislike. She follows Obama on Twitter. Melania Trump follows a total of 5 people on Twitter. One of those people is former President Barack Obama. Melania's husband is known for his strong dislike of Obama. When Melania starts following Obama on Twitter is unclear, according to Newsweek. Hint: Melania doesn't want to be around Trump. Melania runs away to Florida. When the world learns about Donald Trump and adult actor Stormy Daniels, Melania cancels plans to travel with him to Switzerland on short notice. The visit is cancelled because of scheduling and logistical issues, her spokesperson, Stephanie Grisham, said, according to The Independent. Instead, Melania heads to Florida but doesn't attend 2 dinners hosted by the president. Hint: Melania doesn't acknowledge their anniversary. She doesn't announce their anniversary publicly. Melania announces she won't be traveling with her husband to Switzerland as previously planned on the day of their 13th wedding anniversary. Trump and Melania's wedding anniversary is on January 22. On that day, she announces the change in her schedule but doesn't say anything about her wedding anniversary. Hint: happy tears or sad tears for the First Lady? Melania cries when Trump wins the presidency. Crying when your significant other wins the presidency should be tears of joy. But according to New York Magazine, Melania cries sad tears when she learns her husband will be the next president of the United States. Melania was in tears and not of joy. Enough said. Hint: infidelity rumors run rampant. Trump's accused of cheating on Melania. Rumors of Donald Trump's infidelity are widespread. Rumors, whether they're true or not, are sure to cause tension in any marriage. No doubt Melania can't stand her husband for supposedly not being faithful to her. Hint: Melania has to leave her home. Trump makes her leave New York City. Melania has to leave her home in New York City for a new life in the White House. This includes uprooting her son, Barron. He must adjust to live in a new town, a new home, and a new school. For Melania, all of this change may breed contempt for her husband. Hint: Melania sends a clear message on Twitter. She favorites a tweet about hating her husband. Yes, you read that correctly. Melania favorites a tweet about hating her husband. Melania's favorited 2 tweets on Twitter, according to New York Magazine. After 45 minutes, Melania removes the tweet about hating her husband from her list of favorites, but the damage is done. One Twitter user calls her move the most savage passive-aggressive tweet liking of all time. Hint: Melania can't stand holding her Trump's hand. She has trouble holding his hand. Melania doesn't like holding her husband's hand. Countless examples are out there, where she casually fixes her hair or not so subtly brushes her husband's hand away. The original incident can be traced back to the couple arriving in Washington, D.C., for the inauguration, according to the Telegraph. Disembarking from Air Force One, she discreetly twists her wrist out of Trump's hand-holding attempt. Hint: Trump forgets about Melania. Trump leaves Melania behind on Inauguration Day. In one of the most talked about moments during Inauguration Day, Trump doesn't wait for Melania. Trump leaves Melania to hop out of their SUV and walk up the steps to greet Barack and Michelle Obama after him. What makes the moment worse is that Presidents Obama, Bush, and Clinton all escorted their wives at this moment, according to Vanity Fair. Hint: Melania's face says it all. Melania's brief smile. Another of the most talked about moments during Inauguration Day is Melania's expression when her husband reaches the podium. When he faces her, she's grinning ear to ear. The second he turns his back to her and faces the crowd, her smile falls away. It's replaced with a sad and somewhat annoyed-looking face. In that moment, Melania does not look happy at all. Hint: another Inauguration Day body language disaster. Trump and Melania don't acknowledge each other. They say actions speak louder than words. On the day of Trump's inauguration, the saying couldn't be truer. In another telling moment, Melania is escorted to stand next to her husband, where they don't acknowledge each other. Then, Michelle Obama is escorted to stand next to her husband, where he kisses her hand. Hint: body language speaks volumes. The couple shares an awkward first dance. Ending Inauguration Day with the cap to an end of awkward moments is when Trump and Melania share their first dance as President and First Lady. Melania looks stiff as a board pulling away from her husband. Their body language doesn't exude happiness. Soon after, #Savor Melania and #Said Melania are trending, according to Vanity Fair. Hint: the couple doesn't do PDA. They pretend to kiss. Finally, the last weird Inauguration Day incident involving Melania and Trump. The pair appear to kiss each other on the cheek. On closer examination, it appears they air kiss. Their cheeks don't even touch. Maybe they don't like public displays of affection, or Melania really doesn't like touching her husband. Hint: their marriage is a business deal. The pair make deals. A guest at one of Trump's homes tells Vanity Fair about visiting the couple while Melania is pregnant with their son, now 11 years old, Barron. There was no "how do you feel?" No opening of doors, making sure she didn't fall. Just "you wanted to have a baby," the guest said. The guest recalls him, Trump, remarking that he agreed to the baby on the condition that Melania would get her body back, Vanity Fair said. Hint: Melania takes her time moving in. Melania doesn't move into the White House right away. When Trump becomes president, Melania doesn't move into the White House immediately. Instead, she spends months in New York City so Barron can finish out the school year. Trump spends his first 5 months in office